Oh my god. Hello, fellow heroes. Can you believe it? It's been 1 year! What the frick? Oh my god! This the video, and looking back on everything. I just wanted to talk about like stuff, yeah, I just wanted to talk about it. Just want to talk about some of the videos and like my mindset and like where I just kind of more because I was like when I posted the end of the year review like a couple months ago, that was more so kind of just a look back on like, oh, how far I've come, and this is me just like reflecting on the videos and like everything and all that, and like this it's a bit more in depth, I suppose, is what I'm trying to say. So anyways, we're gonna cut to that then. All stories start off in one place, and this place is Splatoon. So, oh my gosh. Okay, so here's the how the whole thing started, right? I've been wanting to make videos for like a while, just because like I had a lot of free time, and I didn't really have anything to do with that free time other than like watch YouTube shorts and stuff. So I decided that, you know what? I'm gonna try to make videos because I've always been interested in making videos, and I always liked recording like moments of me playing with my friends and like making those into a video. There's one time I did it and I showed it to a group of friends, and they're like, "Oh, that's really cool. That's really neat." And I'm like, you know what? I want to try doing it because that was a bit of a like oh, they kind of like it. More so because it had funny it was kind of just a night where admittedly we all got drunk and we're playing Valorant, so there was that. But yeah, since then I was like, I've been really interested and I'm always recording, and it's like I thought it'd be fun. Well, I should clarify, I like recording when me and my friends play games because it's just nice to kind of have these memories of like, to just like whenever I want to go back and I'm like, I want to remember the time, when we fought the Ender Dragon together, like when we played this one really dumb game together. Like, I like recording those moments because it's like, it's just really nice to kind of hold on to those kind of moments. And so, moving forward, before then I was like, I always knew that I wanted to do Minecraft because I've always wanted to try hardcore Minecraft because at the time I was really into Luke the Notable's videos. Like, I loved watching his hardcore Minecraft series. So I was like, okay, yeah, I want to try playing hardcore Minecraft because I've never played it before. I've never tried it before. I always played on like Bedrock, because I had it on the Switch. So I was like, yeah, okay, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. That's going to be my goal, my plan. But before that could happen, Splatoon 3's Side Order DLC came out. And so I thought, you know what? Instead, I want to make a video on that. I want to record that because I actually really love Splatoon. I used to be I used to play like all the time. I think I had like 2, maybe 300 hours on it. And I was like, wow, that's crazy. I used to, and not to toot my own horn, that's crazy. But back in like when I was playing Splatoon 2, I got up to X rank and I was really proud of myself for that. But, well, correction, I got in it in every mode except Clan Blitz because I hate Clan Blitz with a passion. Anyways, so I just wanted, I forgot, I lost my place, I forgot what I was gonna say. I think what I'm essentially trying to say is that, yeah, I just really like Splatoon. And so I decided to do that and make that the first video before I actually moved on to actually doing like the hardcore Minecraft thing. Okay, so when it came to the Minecraft, like for season 1, I had like no idea what I was doing. The only time I had played Minecraft before that was when I'd play on my Switch, and even then on my Switch, I think the most I ever got when it came to as far as I can go was going to the Nether, and that's it. That's the extent I ever went. I'd either build nice houses and then just live there for like a couple days and then be like, okay, I quit. Or I'd try to get to the Nether, and then when I got to the Nether, I'd just stop playing. So when it came to the creation of season 1, it's like there's a lot that I didn't really know because the last time I went to the Nether was back in like back when I was playing on my Switch, and it was before like the big Nether update, so like I didn't know what the new Nether was like. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't really know what was added, like. So it was very much a relearning the game kind of experience. And so when I died, it's like I was so disappointed and sad. I'm like, man, I feel like I could have gone a lot farther than I actually did. It was really, really depressing for me. Okay. Oh, I have a funny thing to say about one of the games that I was. Okay, so this is the thing. I really, really love gacha games. I love playing gacha games. HSR is one of my all-time favorite gacha games. And honestly, if my computer was better, I probably would have been a gacha YouTuber. I'm gonna be honest. I was uploading gacha videos in my past life. In my first attempt at trying all this, which yes, there is that. And by the way, fun fact, I have a couple of those videos of back when I was making silly little gacha videos. They're pretty bad, I'm gonna be completely honest, but like I said, I like keeping memories of these kind of things, so that being said, continuing forward, but yeah, and so when I was trying to out Wuthering Waves for the first time when it came out and I had that video, it was miserable. It was so bad. It was lagging all the time and I didn't know what to do. I'm like, this is so bad. It looks so bad. Like, why is it so bad? And then it's only really, you think about it a couple days later where you're like, oh, I know what the issue was. It was my PC. My PC is dog water. And that was the answer. Because the original laptop that I was using, oh my gosh, I don't even want to think about how much money I spent on it. So there's two things now moving forward. We go into season 2 now, which by the way, I hadn't noticed at the time, but season 1's thumbnails, they were in the bottom right because I think I've mentioned this before, but I have a thing when it comes to things being on like the right side. Like it's kind of, I don't know why, but it draws to me, it calls to me. It has to be on the right or else I don't like it. It's weird, I know, but that being said though, but I realized that the numbers were being covered by like the timestamp, so I was like, well darn, I gotta move it. So starting season 2, the number was moved so you could see it better. And yeah, so thus began season 2, which is probably my favorite season just because I feel like I did so much and I discovered so much and I just really liked it. I had a lot of fun with it too, like going crazy in the Nether because I couldn't find freaking another fortress, or finding the town, and like from season 2 kind of learning, oh wait, villagers are kind of goated. Like I had no idea at first, but now I'm like, they're actually really, really cool. Like they can help you go pretty far. So I think season 2 is probably still one of my favorites. It probably is my favorite just because I really like the I just really liked how everything was being laid out, how it was set up. I really liked that I had like my little iron farm, my lava farm. I had resources for days. Like it was so good. And then I died because I didn't properly set up my things and I was really sad about it. I was really, really sad. But yeah, there's not much to talk about though in season 2. I do still have the world, but that's a thing that I regret, is not deleting 2 of the worlds. Like, man, I shouldn't have done that. It would have been nice to be able to like look back on it, especially now because I was able to like find a way to change the code to be able to get back into it. But yeah. And then we move forward a little bit, and then just a little bit after the first upload of season 2, I started my little debriefs where I talk about things, rambling, incoherent, doesn't make any sense. It's really bad. But I just kind of love yapping and I love talking about things. And even if it kind of doesn't make any sense or like is kind of nonsensical, if you would, I still really loved doing it. I still really loved making those little debriefs because I thought they were fun. And I just kind of like talking about things I like. I wish I did more. I kind of stopped after a while, but I think it's just because like I didn't really have anything else to talk about. Like I have a lot I could talk about, but it's like I don't have like I guess it's more so that I'm not sure what I should talk about. There's one thing I want to talk about, and it's my top 3 favorite video games, which I haven't done yet and I really want to do. But for the record, for the spoilers, it's my new ending screen. If you look at my new ending screen, you'll see characters from, 3 separate games, and those are my 3 favorite games of all time. All right, moving forward. Oh my god. Freaking I got isekai to another Minecraft world. There was so much lag in that video. It was so bad. I had the idea, right, of like just kind of, because honestly, I'm gonna be completely honest, I think that was gonna be my initial like setup, was that I wanted to have like, I'd play hardcore vanilla Minecraft and then like have a little segment where I'm like, ooh, I'm going to another world, and it's just a modded Minecraft world. But and I really wanted to do that, but there was so much lag on the zombie video that I was like, you know what? I don't know about this. It's pretty bad. It was so bad. It's so funny though too, thinking on that video and then kind of like, because I finished recording, I tried to go back into the world and then the game was like, oh, it doesn't work, sorry, it crashed. Whoopsies. It doesn't work anymore. Bye-bye. And I was like, huh? What? I didn't think it was gonna break like that. Okay. Moving forward a little bit more. I'm so perplexed. Okay, no, I'm not perplexed by this, but I still think it's super interesting that the Genshin video is my most viewed, like, long form video, which is so weird. It's not weird because I know Genshin's a pretty big game, and I did actually mean to get back into it, but then I was just kind of like, I don't know. I liked Genshin when it first came out, but like, just over this, my interest in it died at like Sumeru. Once Sumeru came out, I'm like, I'm not interested anymore. I'm not reading all that. I'm out of here. And then Fontaine came, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna read all that. And then after that, I fell off. I pulled for Farina, I pulled for Nouvellette, and then I'm like, goodbye, I'm good. But I wanted to get back into it because I wanted to read the Notland story. But then I saw somewhere that people were like, oh, if you want the best ending for Natlan, you have to do all these quests. And I'm like, reading? You're crazy. I'm not doing all that reading. So yeah. Just I made that one video and then I called it a day. And I'm like, you know what? I'm fine. Honestly, though, I'm getting to that point, though, with HSR 2, which HSR is like my main game, and not to toot my own horn, but I have like an 80% win rate on that game of all the banners, I have an 80% like win streak right now, it's kind of cool. Like I got a pretty good win streak on that game. But I've just been falling off of that game too, like after I'd say after everything that happened on like the Law Fu, the sword fighting thing, like after that event ended, after that I was like, I'm kind of not interested that much in Honkai Star Rail anymore. It's kind of slowly dying. And right now my major interest is a game called Tribe 9. I love that game. Gacha's kind of, but like the game is so fun. It's like, Anyways, continuing forward. Then we move on to season 3, and I'm gonna be completely honest, and I think I've already said this before, season 3 is my least favorite. Just because, like, I didn't know what to do, in all honesty. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to set up. Like, I got, in my eyes, a pretty buns like spawn. So I was like, I don't like this. I didn't, my whole heart wasn't in it. And so I died pretty early in like 6 episodes, which that felt bad, but you know, you strive, you keep moving forward. Okay, there's a very next obvious thing to go into, which is season 4 of Minecraft, which is the current season. But before I do, I want to take one step back and discuss kind of like, you know, because here's the thing. My intentions on making this channel, I didn't want to go into it being like a wholly like Minecraft thing, you know, because I don't just play Minecraft, and I feel like if I played Minecraft every day, I'd start falling off of it more and more and more. Which is why I don't consider myself I consider myself more correctly a Minecraft / variety kind of person, or maybe Minecraft / variety / Roblox. Which, by the way, making this channel is kind of one of the biggest reasons why I started playing Roblox. Because I may have discussed this, but I used to be a big hater of Roblox. I was one of the people in the camp who was like, Roblox, that's a kid's game. Why are you on a kid's game? Like, that's so weird. Like, that game's for kids. And then I started playing on Roblox, and I'm like, wait, this is kind of gas. They got all these neat little tycoon games. Yeah, that's how they got me. They got they showed me the tycoon games, and I was like, say less. But no, I started playing Roblox games, and it's like I discovered so many cool Roblox games, and learned that Roblox as a genre is actually super freaking interesting. Like, you find games that are really dumb but really funny, some that are silly, some that are kind of confusing and don't make sense. It's like you get a whole basket of, like, you get like a little mystery box of what are you gonna find, you know? And even now it's like, some of my friends, we like going on Roblox playing games together sometimes, or I have another friend who every time I ask him to play games, and he's like, what are we playing? And I'm like, I don't know. And he's like, of course you don't know. I guess we just default Roblox. So yeah, I was somebody who slept on it and now realized, wait a minute, I shouldn't be sleeping on it. It's actually kind of fun. I think another thing that I kind of want to like briefly discuss before going into like season 4 is that I kind of realized a couple things. The thumbnail is still the same, even though I changed my like persona essentially. Like I changed, but I still have the same thumbnail for season 4, which, by the way, I kind of realized that, but at the same time, it's like, might as well just stick with it for now. Listen, if I can cut corners and be lazy, I'll cut corners and be lazy just for like a second, like a minute. Like, give me a couple minutes to be lazy, okay? But yeah, so one thing I want to discuss before that is kind of like a small little reflection of YouTube Shorts, because it's so funny to think, because it's also one of those things where I'm like, oh, it's not really that important, like it's kind of like a thing. But then I was like making my videos, and I'm like, well, this part from this video is kind of funny, I kind of like it, maybe I should make it into a short. And that's what I did for like season 1, like the first episode, and then I didn't do any more shorts. I did one short and then called it a day. But then there was a day where we had like no internet, nothing at all, and I was bored out of my mind because I was awake, and I was like, it was early in the morning, and I was like, I'm awake, I got nothing to do, I'm so bored, I got no internet. So what I decided to do then was like, well, you know what, forget about it, I'll just start making more YouTube Shorts then. You know, find these little moments from videos that I really like, and I'll just upload them, and I'll do that. So I did that, and then oh my gosh, if you see the thing pop up, that's like totally on accident. But yeah, I was like, I'm bored, so I'm just gonna make some shorts and make some little moments from like the videos that I already have uploaded. And I did that. And then people actually started finding me, and I was like, huh? What? That's the other thing. It started out as me being terrified of being looked at. And I think that's still kind of a valid fear. Like, I like having this small little bubble of like 100 people who are here, and like a couple of them watching. Like, I'm fine with this. This is my happy place right now. Let's stay like this forever. Let's stay young forever. That sounds crazy. Wait a minute. Sadly, there is no fountain of youth, just sadness, the fountain of tears. But no, it was so crazy though to be like, I am terrified of being seen, at being looked at like all of this, you know. That was a very valid fear of mine, like when I first started, because it's like, I like making these videos, but if someone actually watches it, that's scary and I don't like it. And it all stems from someplace, you know. Like, we don't gotta go into it. We don't gotta go into all those little childhood details. But it all stems from something. And I don't know. I was very like, but I'm like, I really want to do this though. So I'm gonna suck it up, and you know, if people see, and it's fine. And at first that's not like, you know, what happened. Like, I got nothing at all. And I was fine with that. I was uploading for like a solid half a year, just like that, you know, just content and like, you know, just uploading on my lone show and just posting my little silly videos and like going about my day. But then August happened. Was it August? Oh, I need to check again. I think it was August. Correction, July happened. But then July happened, and that's when that was that day when I like had no internet, started uploading shorts, and then all of a sudden, boom, first short gets 500 views, and I'm like, huh? What? Excuse me? What? And I was terrified. I was like, wow, how did this happen? Who are these people? Why are they looking at me? And then that was like a tiny little, like a little dung beetle rolling up a pile, and things started getting pushed. And then now here I am, 100 subscribers later, you know, like that's kind of crazy. And that's when I learned to never doubt the magic of shorts. And even though like I kind of fall off of it from now and again, I still like making those shorts of those little moments. And now we finally move on to season 4. Oh my gosh, what do I say about this? Season 4 was when I actually started with the new model of CHIMA back then, which is now what I'm calling version 2. And here's the thing, right? I still stand by really liking how that looked. It's just that I think what the problem was is that it lost the charm of the doodle. I didn't realize how much I loved having the doodle until I was with the model that I made for like a couple of weeks, and then I realized, oh, I don't like this anymore. Because it's not a doodle. And then I tried making the doodle very late, and I'm like, I don't like this. I think it's because I got the proportions a bit wrong, but that's kind of on me, so. But yeah. And honestly, I honestly don't have much to say on it. I think what I like about season 4 is that, firstly, actually numbering it like 4-1, 4-2, like that, because it tells you, oh, this is like, if you're just looking at it from like a glance, it's kind of confusing, where you're like, oh, this one says 1, and then this one says 1, and then this one says 1, but now you're like, oh, 4-1, that must be like a season 4 numbered band, you know, like that. And that was the intent, and that was the goal. I will admit that it probably was really cheesy of me to like use the pumpkin head for the majority of season 4, which, by the way, if you didn't know, I was wearing a pumpkin the entire time of season 4 because I was really mad that I died to the Enderman back in season 3. That made me really mad. So I just decided I'm not going to deal with it. But again, I want to clarify, I'm making a promise. I'm making a very big promise of not using it when I go fight the Ender Dragon. But, you know, I just didn't. Surprisingly, though, I haven't ran into many Endermen, in all honesty. I ran into a couple in the desert and a couple back in my home, but, like... But yeah, season 4. I think season 4 is also, like, kind of, like, the most ambitious thing in terms of builds, because I am so obsessed with my tavern. Like, you have no idea how obsessed I am with my tavern. And I love my little ice castle that I don't actually stay in at all. Which is crazy. I made it and I had such huge grand plans for it, and then I just end up staying in the village, or I'm always like on the move. Like, it's crazy. And the pirate ship in the ice castle is crazy too. And I really like that I built like the nether portal there. It looks so cool. I think it looks cool. And then the little mini buildings, like, I'm just so happy with how it looks. Like, I wish I could do like, I wish I had more ideas of what to build, but I don't. And it sucks, but it's so good. I love it. But yeah, it's just like, and then building like and then finding kind of like the sand town was like so perfect. And I just, oh my gosh. I had so much fun building the raid town. Fun in the sense that, like, you know, I was really trying my best to make it work, because I didn't want to have another situation like I did back in season 2. So I made it much bigger than I probably should have. I put fire instead of lava down. And it's just, and when it worked, it's like, that feeling of euphoria just rushing down my bones when I actually won the raid. Like, I started crying. Like, it felt so amazing to finally redeem myself from season 2. It was so good. Oh my gosh. And I don't know, it's just, I'm really happy. I think season 4 is kind of my favorite now, just because I feel like even though there's a lot of like waffling here and there, it's like I did so much more than I did in any of the other seasons, you know? And I feel way more accomplished about what I've done, and how, like, I just haven't died. Like, there was no moment where I had kind of like a close call, and I was always thinking I think I was starting to learn kind of like what to do, what not to do. I panicked way too easily earlier, like in the past seasons. I panicked way too much. I learned not to panic as much, which is why, like, even though like I'm still scared of skeletons, like I know how to handle them better. Like, that stuff is fire and awesome, and I love it, and it's great. My plans for the Ender Dragon, even I don't know, because I haven't been preparing. I need to prepare soon, but I'm just really I'm really just kind of getting into Tribe 9. If it wasn't for Tribe 9, I swear I'd be ready by now. But yeah, that's essentially kind of everything all put together, like this little sandwich of information. Anyways, so with that being said, fellow heroes, this was just a little, you know, a video to celebrate 1 whole year of doing this. Honestly, I've said it before, and I guess I'll say it again. I'm proud of myself for having made it this far, because I know the kind of person that I am. Someone who very easily will kind of just drop things at like a drop of a dime, because, you know, it's no longer my hyperfixation or like anything I'm interested in. I got interested in for like a week, and then I was like, I'm done with this, you know? It's not one of those moments. It's something that I've actually committed to doing. And even on days where I'm like, I don't want to do this anymore, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna tie on my shoes and I'm gonna get back out there. And I feel like it's maybe a bit egotistical to be like, oh, I'm proud of myself for doing this. It's more of a case of like, I know how is flippant the right word? I'm gonna look that up. It's kind of. I'm a bit flippant and kind of like I don't take things too seriously, and I don't necessarily tend to be consistent with things unless I'm like very much like fixated on it, like or I am currently with Tribe 9. That game has me in a chokehold right now, so I played it came out like as of making, you know, this video. It came out like a week ago, and I have been obsessed since. I had like a total like 40 something hours on it now. I like the game a lot. It's the gacha's kind of dookies, but the gameplay is extremely stellar. But yeah, I think it's all right for me to be proud of not giving up on it, even on days when I really wanted to, and just continuing to keep doing it. I think and I feel like a lot of people will say this, to never give up, to always follow your dreams or something like that. And I feel like that was always just so hard for me, because I'm like, I lose interest so fast on things, and I tend to drop things on a whim. Or let's say like I don't play a game for like a day, and then one day turns into 2, and then a whole week later like I just kind of essentially drop it for games that I really liked too at the time. So it's like hard, and I don't know. I'm just happy. I'm happy. I will say one thing though, and this is kind of just like a little tacked on at the end after all this. I have a better PC now. I really was contemplating streaming for like a minute. That's what I wanted to do. If you've watched this whole thing the whole way through, I'll give you a little spoiler. I kind of wanted to stream me fighting the Ender Dragon, but the thing is that I think this is kind of silly to say, but I think I'm still a bit too shy for that, to be honest. Still too shy when it comes to that kind of stuff. So I'm like, no, I can't do it. The other thing too is that to stream, you need to have some level of personality. I don't think I have no personality. I just think that I'm someone who's very much, who can go from high energy one moment to low energy to like quiet to just talking non-stop. Like I just have a lot of that's very sporadic, and like I think more often than not I'm usually very like low, I would say, which I might not show. I'm like I think I have a very low personality at the end of the day. I'm just a little silly is all. Yeah, I was thinking about it though, because I'm like, I think it'd be kind of fun to make it like, you know, like a little tiny event, like, oh, I fight the Ender Dragon for the first time by myself. But then I thought more on it, and I'm like, I'm way too awkward of a person. I can't do it. I'd freeze up the second if anyone ever actually did type, because I don't think they would. I'd be like, oh, no, I can't take it. I'm turning it off. Goodbye forever. But who knows, you know? It's like you never know until you do something, right? Anyways, though, with that being said, have a lovely day or night or evening. Remember that you are lovely, you are amazing, you are valued, fellow heroes. You're all amazing. And, you know, I was saying this earlier, but please remember that you should never give up on the things that you're passionate about or that bring you happiness in your life or are interesting to you. You know, it's like, even if you don't have time to put everything into it, you know, I think being able to at least spend like a bit of time on this thing that makes you really happy or that you're really passionate about is no crime at all, you know? Like, just do what makes you happy. And even if you don't have enough time for it, there's nothing wrong with just giving it like a minute or two, you know? If you're really passionate about it. And never feel discouraged, you know, by like, because I think that's so easy, right? Is to get discouraged by seeing these other people and be like, man, this person's does this thing, like they draw better than me, they sing better than me, they act better than me, they have more followers, more viewers, all that. I feel like it's so easy to get caught up in that sort of like mindset. But I think at the end of the day, you just need to remember that you're not really doing any of this for them. And if you are, then I think that, you know, there's no shame in that, but that's kind of your battle, you know. But the battle that I'm talking about is just fighting for your right to just enjoy something and get into a craft that you really enjoy or you really want to learn or that you're passionate about, you know? Okay, and I think you should keep it up, whatever you're doing. Never be discouraged. Keep your head up, held up. Babada babada. Keep your held up high is what I meant to say. Keep your head held up, keep your thoughts clear, and keep moving forward, even if life is tough, you know? You got this. We all got this. You can do it. I believe. Everyone believes in you. And with that being said, goodbye. I guess I'll see you next week for when I make the video on the Ender because I'm not gonna. It'd be fun. I won't lie. The only reason why I'm interested in it is because I think it'd be fun, but like I'm just way too awkward of a person to actually do it. But yeah, you know, I'll see you later. Bye bye. Bye. Adios. Wow.